Hello, welcome to In 5 Minutes. Next topic is the basic of intrinsic semiconductors. What you can say, semiconductors we have both the properties of conductors as well as insulators. How they are defined from the periodic table. You can see over here you have silicon, germanium, which come under the fourth category, or you can say group 4. And gallium and arsenide are coming under group 3 and 5. Both will have the similar properties as the semiconductors. Now when you look at the diagram over here, you can see the 4 silicon atoms, 1, 2, 3, 4 and the fifth one. All the 5 are non-interacting silicon atoms with 4 valence electrons of each atom as shown as dashed line. You can say that these are the 4 valence electrons. These are nothing but the valence electrons of the 4 atoms which are next to the center atom. So what are valence electrons? Valence electrons depend the chemical activity of a material, right? It defines the chemical activity of a material and is determined primarily by the number of electrons in the valence band, right? So depending on the electrons in the valence band, we can determine the chemical activity of any element. Here you can see silicon and germanium come under the 4th group, whereas gallium and arsenide come under the 5th group. When the 4 silicon atoms, you can say 1, 2, 3, 4 and the 5th one come in the close proximity, they form a crystal like structure. When you see here, they form a crystal, that is valence electron of this silicon, valence electron of this silicon, valence electron of this, valence electron of this, valence electron of this, valence electron of this and valence electron of this form a covalent bond. This bond which is formed between the atoms is called as covalent bond or covalence bond between the silicon atoms. Now when they come in the close proximity, they form the covalent bond. This is nothing but two-dimensional representation of the lattice formed by the 5 silicon atoms. An important property of such a lattice is that valence electrons are always available on the outer edge of the silicon crystal, so that additional atoms can be added to form a very large crystal structures. Now a two-dimensional, you can see a bigger crystalline structure of a silicon atoms, a two-dimensional representation of silicon single crystal. You can see in the diagram, for time is equal to 0 degree Kelvin, or say when the temperature is 0 Kelvin, each line between the atoms represent a valence electrons. These are nothing but the valence electrons of the silicon atom. Now at temperature 0 Kelvin, what happens? Each electron is in the lowest possible energy state, so that each covalent bonding position is filled. That means all the bonds of the valence silicon atoms are as shown in the diagram. They are very closed. That is, you cannot break the covalent bond at temperature T is equal to 0 Kelvin. If a small electric field is applied, what will happen if a small electric field is applied? Electrons will not move because the bonds are very close, or you can say very strong. The covalent bonds are strong. So at 0 degree Kelvin, if you apply electric field to the structure, the covalent bonds will not break and the electrons are not free. Therefore at T equals to 0 Kelvin, you can say the silicon is an insulator. Why you call it as insulator? Because at 0 degree Kelvin, even if you apply electric field, the bonds between the silicon atoms are so strong, that is, they will not break and electrons are not free for the movement. So the current will not flow since there is no movement of electrons. Hence we call the silicon as an insulator. Now coming to the next point, this is when the temperature is 0 degree Kelvin.